I'm Buffy.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Hey, guys! On me!
Get away from her, you.
You're gonna see some serious
Assembly. Assemble.
The Wyatt Six are the new tag team champions. My name is Zach. Welcome to the West Coast Podcast. Friday night show. We're watching the second hour of SmackDown live together. Your comments all stream. It's a very interactive show, so please join in the conversation, especially when we start talking about the big events this weekend. As SmackDown happens right now, ROH Supercard of Honor is happening right now. All In is tomorrow in Texas. And as you can see in the thumbnail, NXT Great American Bash is tomorrow. Saturday night's main event with Goldberg's retirement match is tomorrow night, and Evolution is Sunday. This is a stacked weekend for wrestling. So get in the comments. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. Are you going to go see Superman? Not gonna. I went and saw it last night here in Hollywood. And our review's up on the channel, but we can talk about that all stream. The Wyatt Six, our tag team champions, are ready. I don't want to say already, but the Street Profits didn't have them for that long. 40 to 60 days seems like the average for tag team championships here on SmackDown. There's a lot going on SmackDown tonight. We had the Fatal 4-Way getting ready for Evolution. LA Knight came out. We're going to see some more stuff tonight. Tag team champions going crazy right now. There's a lot of group stuff with the tag team champions on SmackDown. All right. What else you got going on this weekend? Let us know. Jelly Roll set to tag with Randy Orton at SummerSlam. Jelly Roll with Randy Orton. Are you excited for that? Logan Paul is going to be in the mix. There we go. Get a little space on here. What do you think about this? What do you think about Randy Orton and Jelly Roll teaming against Logan Paul and a partner? What do you think about the Wyatts getting some gold? Not just a win, but some gold right away after just coming back from the Street Profits, from busting their ass. Andrade, trying to hype everyone up here. If you are ahead on SmackDown, totally cool if you want to throw some spoilers, but my internet's a little wonky today. So hopefully everything goes smooth for the next hour, because we got a lot to talk about. We're breaking down predictions. Your predictions live. I want your predictions because I don't know what's going to happen. Saturday night's main event is probably... it's such a small card. 4 matches. Daniel Cormier in the crowd. But the Wyatt Six just took the tag team champions off of the Street Profits. Where do the Street Profits go for this? Do we just keep shuffling tag teams around on SmackDown? I know the Wyatt Six really, really needed it. But the Street Profits were like the team on SmackDown. All right. The stage is getting set. It looks like Jelly Roll is coming out next. Jelly Roll, who's lost like hundreds of pounds, former rapper, now country singer, on tour with Post Malone, huge celebrity, getting a match at SummerSlam. I know it's 2 nights, so I guess it's not as bad as what it could be, but it's another celebrity taking a spot. All right, we're going to get, after Jelly Roll comes out, we'll get into your predictions, and we'll talk about a lot of different stuff, too. Again, if you have not seen Superman, that's okay. We can still talk about it. But we saw it last night. Knock and I gave our reviews on the channel, and It was good. I liked it. But going on right now, if you have any updates going on right now, ROH Supercard of Honor is happening as we speak. Let us know what's going on there. If you get some information out there, I'm not going to be looking stuff up during the stream, but ROH Supercard of Honor in the women's match, Athena has to be main eventing tonight. It just has to be, right? She's not in a solo match at all in. So her and Thunder Rosa have to main event. I'm just messing with my phone right now. I'm trying to get USA to work for me because I'm getting this East Coast stream. Being over here in warm, hot-ass Los Angeles right now. But ROH Supercard of Honor, they just added new matches. We gave our predictions knocking on Wednesday. If you want to check that out and get your predictions. Otherwise, if you want to talk about that tonight, no problem. But they added about 3 or 4 matches today for the event tonight. It could be good. Ring of Honor has some good people in there. It's behind a paywall. And the only updates I really get are on social media. Speaking of social media, well, we'll talk about that in a second once more people come in. As another commercial for Superman comes on. Again, let us know if you got any predictions for All In. Totally can talk about whatever you want tonight. It is SmackDown. We are talking about WWE shows this weekend. But if you want to talk about Supercard of Honor or All In Texas, feel free tonight. These are the matches. I'm sure there's more being announced. I'm sure another celebrity, AJ Big Boom and the Jizzler, are going to have a match. So no wrestling company or no wrestling fan can complain about other wrestling companies and celebrities. Everyone does it. Got some video game news, too, to talk about. But, yeah. 3 big WWE shows coming out this weekend, and we'll discuss Evolution. Have you all been good with the build on Evolution? Trish Stratus came out and said the build wasn't that great and it was rushed. She didn't like her segment last week with Tiffany Stratton, so we'll see. Some things that could happen on Evolution, and a lot of different female wrestlers are being called in. Maybe for appearances, maybe for backstage segments. And a few big ones have been in the new package released today for Evolution. I think Stephanie McMahon posted about it and a bunch of other people in WWE. But AJ Lee, AJ Mendez was in there. Lita, Jazz was in there. Right now, Arby's is talking about Goldberg versus Gunther. I think there's been enough build for this to be his retirement match. I think there's enough, and I think he's hobbled along to the ring enough to where they're going to make this his final match. It's in Atlanta. What do you do with him afterwards? I guess he drops the title at SummerSlam. I guess it's another draw and another build. And that gives him one last run. But do we want to see Goldberg with a belt? Ugh. Also, what does that do for Gunther? I wasn't a big fan of Gunther's loss at WrestleMania. I didn't think it made sense how it happened with the tap out. How is he going to look after going from that big loss to a loss because of a jackhammer? He's been great since he got the belt back, Gunther. So I like the streak that he's on. Let's keep it going. Give him a great opponent at SummerSlam rather than have Goldberg have a title match at SummerSlam. 2 nights of SummerSlam. That's a lot of build. They could have Goldberg win tomorrow night. A lot of events happening, so a lot of video packages going on SmackDown tonight. I've gone to a couple WWE shows where it's just been video packages after video packages, and it's a painful thing to sit through, especially today's WWE prices. Oof. All right, Arby's sponsoring Goldberg. Here's the build for Saturday night's main event. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. And up next, right after Jelly Roll, we're going to get your Great American Bash picks in. Get your thoughts in on NXT's Great American Bash. We're going to talk about that next, right after Jelly Roll. Did you know? Arby's says Goldberg's first world title win in his career was Atlanta, emanating from the Georgia Dome on 7/6/1998. All right. Ed Fry's checking in. live chaotic wrestling, but hope SmackDown is a good one, and hopefully everyone finds the show they enjoy this weekend. ROH, AEW, WWE, TNA, Independent Wrestling. Ed Fries, you are correct so much, and I love your take on Superman that you posted. Thank you for that. A lot of wrestling going on. Everyone should be able to find something. Jelly Roll lost so much weight. I want to say he lost over 200 pounds. If someone wants to look it up. All right, Jelly Roll up now. Whiskey, pop another pill. I know Jelly Roll. I know. He's everywhere. His songs are everywhere. His music is everywhere. He's everywhere. He just had a huge sold-out show with Post Malone here last month. I think they kicked it off last month. Stadium tour. Post Malone, big-ass country album. He's making another one. It sold so well. I guess it's kind of cool. Where is SmackDown tonight? Is this the audience for Jelly Roll? Is it? Here we go. The interruption. We're setting up the match for SummerSlam. Paul is out now. Logan Paul. That's pretty funny. Boo. You got to listen to the crowd, Jelly Roll. That's pretty funny. Logan Paul's a piece of shit, but he's funny. Most pieces of crap are funny. Ooh. Ooh. Music made for people that have tattoos of their children but don't have custody of them. That. Again, assholes are pretty funny. Logan Paul. Jelly Roll. At least we're putting the celebrities in the same match at SummerSlam. That's a good thing. I'm not a big fan of Logan Paul, but at least he's been a consistent performer in the ring. Now he calls it our industry. This makes sense. This is funny. A heel celebrity versus another celebrity. Jelly Roll looks like he's going to cry. He's got a tattoo that looks like a tear, but I think he's going to shed some real tears. Oh, they're in Nashville. Oh, this 100% makes sense. Okay. All right. After this segment, get your predictions in. Great American Bash, and then we'll hit up Saturday Night's Main Event because that's only... It's a bunch of pre-show matches and then Goldberg's retirement match. They're both kind of wearing the same outfit. Just Jelly Roll has a t-shirt. Logan Paul. He's like an 80s villain. He's so bad. You are going to fight him at a ski resort. That's how 80s villain he is. Get ready for Randy Orton to come out. You're in Tennessee. You're in Nashville. I mean, I got to give it to them. Jelly Roll in Nashville versus the Costco guys. But I do have to give it to the Costco guys for putting the work in the ring. So much wrestling this weekend. What are you excited for most? We had a poll up. If you look, we had about 300 people voting. All In was killing it on our poll. Vote on the website or put your chat in right now what you're excited for most this weekend. There's so much wrestling going on. If you're a wrestling fan, this is a great weekend. Here we go. You didn't hit his music? How are you not going to just hit his music? Keep in mind, too, what WWE is advertising. When you go up at the ramp right now, it's advertising for Saturday Night's Main Event. We'll see if they start advertising for Evolution, too. If they've done it during the women's matches, let me know. I haven't been 100% focused on the first hour of SmackDown. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton will be good. There'll be some good stuff. Jelly Roll will be in there, and then Logan Paul will probably find Grayson Waller, I would think. You can put an APB out for Austin Theory. I don't know where he is. USA trying to censor, but they're missing. Anybody watching this on Netflix? I watched a fantastic movie last weekend. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. Oh! Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul is going to be the SummerSlam opponents for Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Who knows? Maybe it's just playing into Saturday Night's Main Event right now. I love Drew McIntyre. He's so good. He's so cocky. Did you see his tweet about, or his thing? He said he gave a comment to someone: if you want to make it in this industry, change your last name to Fatu. Man, I love Drew McIntyre. He's so witty and smart. I love Drew. He's funny. All right, we'll begin into our Saturday Night's Main Event picks right after our Great American Bash picks. I'm sure Jelly Roll will perform for the crowd after the show instead of a dark match. So, here goes Jelly Roll. Should I do it? Should I drink another whiskey? Pop another. There he goes. Jelly Roll with the whatever that is in the hair pull. A classic schoolyard maneuver. All right. Jelly Roll, Logan Paul. This is it. This is it. This is a segment. This is probably going to blow up. I got to give it to Jelly Roll. It's a thing. I used to be a lot heavier than I am right now. It's a big thing to go from being heavy and then like being able to do stuff in the ring. So I got to say, good on him for not only dropping the weight, but being physically able to do this stuff after losing the weight. Because you got to understand like your balance in your body 100% all over again. Logan Paul. Noob, hope you're having a great night and a great weekend so far. It is a chaotic and crazy week. Wasn't that what we love about wrestling? The chaos and the craziness. Look at Jelly Roll. Ooh. Hey, it's your boy Jelly Roll. Watch me and Randy Orton face Logan Paul at SummerSlam. Bye, y'all. Don't trash instruments. They're so expensive. Oh, don't break instruments. Oh, I cry every time a guitar gets smashed. Oh, and the drums. Instruments are so expensive. Instruments deliver magic. I can't. Oh, those are like. Did you need that? Those are like empty speakers. Unbelievable. Those could be donated to a school. Logan Paul, this is a villain move in my book. Oh, so I talked about what WWE is going to be advertising. They're advertising both Saturday Night's Main Event and Evolution at the same time. Oopsies, he says. There's his t-shirt. Oopsies. All right. Are you going to challenge to match SummerSlam? We're going to build SummerSlam when it's weeks away. We got shows this weekend. Oh, it was Jelly Roll sings Run It from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. See what they post afterwards, Noob. Maybe he sings that afterwards. I guarantee he's going to bring the crowd home after SmackDown goes off the air. Forgot that was in there. It's your boy Jelly Roll. He's got them Roman Reigns teeth, man. You see them over there? There they are. He's got them Roman Reigns teeth. He's got the OT teeth. The OT teeth. I'm hilarious. I'm no Drew McIntyre, though. Let's get into your Great American Bash picks right now as we're on commercial here. Advertising WWE 2K, a big Wyatt storyline coming to WWE 2K soon. So if you are playing that game, it's supposed to be very emotional and using a whole bunch of unused Wyatt footage. But let's get to your Great American Bash picks. I just want to check out a little bit of news. Scott Stanford just left WWE after 15 years this week. So he was great. I love Scott Stanford, so I wish him well. He had some good farewell stuff on here for him. He seemed like a legit cross between sports analyst and wrestling fan. So he was great when he was doing stuff on WWE. Speaking of OTC Roman Reigns, it's OTC 1, which is random. I don't like that. And I don't like Tribal Chief 1 either. That doesn't make sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense, Noob. I don't get it. Why add the 1? You already have the copyrights for the other stuff. Why are you making life so difficult? All right, let's get into Great American Bash. Got so much to talk about. So much. This is the card right here. We're going to run through it on the commercial break right now. Great American Bash airs 2:30 in the afternoon Eastern time. This is not a very big counter program for AEW. I'm going to say that right now. You have a contract signing on your card. Okay. Great talent in NXT. I'm looking forward to this event. But this could have been held on Tuesday night, in my opinion. Let's get into it and get your predictions. That's what I'm interested in. Your predictions. Your thoughts on what's going to happen. Who could lose a title and possibly even get into the draft coming up this fall and move up to the main roster, or just have one hell of a show out. I'll get my predictions here first. Javon Evans, I think, is going to take this. He's bouncing around. But I think he's got this really good momentum going. He's in the title picture, but like you can keep it going and you can have him face other people, but it's just you got to keep the momentum going with him because, you know, he's on SmackDown Wrestling. He had a great showing. He had a great reaction. So keep that going with Javon Evans, who you think is going to win. Very, very good mixed build with Great American Bash and Evolution. I want to say that. But my pick is Javon Evans. This is on so early. 2 in the East Coast, which means what, 7 in the morning here in LA? Evans is winning, but Jasper needs a win more. I think you're right. But man, keep it bouncy. Next up, it's Obafemi, right? It's Obafemi, right? This is fine, but it's Obafemi, right? I don't see anyone really dethroning Obafemi in NXT at this point, but a surprise is always good. Obafemi is... We're talking about Goldberg's retirement match in here. He's a more talented version of what I think Goldberg thinks he is. No big disrespect on Goldberg, but we know the drill. Gunther's the one who's facing him, and he's the one saying on Twitter he's got like 3 moves. And Gunther can spare a minute and a half of his time for a match in Saturday's main event. Yeah, Obafemi, I agree. Inamura is going to get a good shine here. But I just get weary of people that are part of a team getting a title match. All right, next up, a contract signing. What's going to happen during this? It's a contract signing on your pay-per-view. You could have done this on Tuesday night. You could have gave someone else a match. It's a contract signing. I'm not mad at it, I guess, but it's a contract signing on one of your pay-per-views. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's just pick who's going to stand tall in the end. I think Trick is going to stand tall at the end because he's going to drop the belt at Slammiversary. That's what I think, and I do believe, man, Mike Santana's the guy. I like that Mike Santana's on TV because I'm a huge fan, and we've had a good run with Joe Hendry in WWE, but I think it's time for the TNA belt to go back to a TNA guy, and Mike Santana's that guy right now. Sol Ruca is doing really great work. I don't see her dropping the title to anyone but Zarya. So in my pick, this is going to be another good showing for both women here, but it's Sol Ruca for the win. She's going to retain the Women's North American Championship, and we're going to build towards something with Zarya towards Heat Wave. Heat Wave, which is going to be up against the next AEW event. Why? Jelly Roll back on TV with Randy Orton. Next up, Fatal Influence versus Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe. Something shady is going to happen here. I think this is going to lead towards the rumored heel turn of Blake Monroe. All right, Jelly Roll is going to be on TV tomorrow night. I think something's going to happen. Blake Monroe is going to hint at some kind of a heel turn or something. Let me know your thoughts on this, because I think there's a reason this match is a tag match. Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace winning. I think they're going to lose. Ah, yeah, I think they're going to lose. I'll go against you. I think that's a tough one. But then also, too, I think Fatal Influences could probably break up. All right, one last match for Great American Bash. That is it. All Egos, Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints. This belt is flip-flopping like it's the tag belts on SmackDown. Damn, I love Aleister Black's theme song so much. Last match of the night on Great American Bash. I don't know what's going to open. I don't know what's going to close the GAB, but I think you keep the belt on Ethan Page. He's doing great heel work. He's doing stuff with the kids from Evolve. Yes, they're kids. And I think Ricky Saints can kind of move on and possibly up to the main roster. This is such a weird thing. To have these two feud for so long is good, but again, it's two ex-AEW guys, and then you have Ethan Page doing all this TNA stuff. If I was Ethan Page, I'd be like, I don't want to go back to TNA. I was there. All right. What are your thoughts on Great American Bash? Which match are you looking forward to the most? This is going to be a good match. I think they're all going to be good matches. NXT matches are always really good. But that's the Great American Bash. Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe. It's an odd pairing. It works, but it's an odd pairing. All right. No intro for Ron Killings. As we get into it right now, live on SmackDown. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in and spend your Friday with me. And thank you for checking out Knock and I doing our AEW reviews. Man, if you got anything cool going on this weekend, let us know. If you're going out doing something summery, if you're staying in and playing some video games, let us know what games you're playing. As this match goes on, we're going to talk about some new news, and then we're going to get into Saturday night's main event picks at the commercial break. Ethan Page, and he's hanging out with some members of Vanity Project. I mean, the other member looks like John Romero. No, you brighten my Fridays. I'm going to just tell you that. You brighten my Fridays, noob. All right. Again, ROH is happening right now. If you got any updates, let us know. Pop them in the comments. Again, Athena should retain and main event with Thunder Rosa. And if you got any thoughts on All In, definitely let us know live right now, because we're talking about absolutely anything. It's Friday night, and it's a huge weekend for wrestling. But let's get into this. We love video games here on the channel. We play this on the channel. Knock got me this, and I played a couple rounds on here. You can check it out. They're releasing a patch that lets you play The Last of Us Part 2 in chronological order. Are you planning on playing this in chronological order, or have you played the game enough, or has the show turned you off from the game? Let me know. I might run through it again in chronological order. I might put it on easy and run through it, but Last of Us Part 2 in chronological order, that's new. And Superman is new too. Check out our review. Knock and I went to the Chinese theater right up the road here in Hollywood, California. We saw it. You can see our review. I'll tell you right now, it's 2 minutes. It's a nice quick review, but I'll tell you, I gave it a 7.5. It's not a terrible rating, so don't think it's just because it's not an 8, 9, 10. Not gave it an 8. But check that out and let us know if you're going to see Superman this weekend. That is it. R-Truth just rolled up Aleister Black. R-Truth. He wins and he just walks out. He just walks out. Done. I'm done. I got shit to do. I'm dropping the White Album. I got concerts, signings to go to. That's what's up. Aleister Black. This is almost a heel move. You sore loser. You lost. All right. It's Tiffy time and Trish Stratus. We'll see if their promo is a little bit more up the alley of what Trish Stratus is looking for. Now, I haven't played The Last of Us, let alone watch a show. No problem. Great games. Show's a little... It is what it is. I think it's a good show if you played the games. What are you playing right now, noob? Let us know. I'm still playing Astrobot. I love Astrobot. I know it's a fun little kids game, but I absolutely love Astrobot. Let's talk about Saturday night's main event. Let me set up my beautiful little background here, and let's talk Saturday night's main event spoilers, not spoilers, predictions and surprises. Jelly Roll will be in the corner of Randy Orton tomorrow night on Saturday night's main event. Goldberg's possible final match. They're teasing that he might not have a final match if he wins the belt. Can Goldberg be a champion for another 4 weeks? That's what we'll find out tomorrow night. The first match, this match was just added. Big Jim versus Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship. All men's matches on Saturday night's main event. Wasn't it all men's matches last time? They added one at the last minute. You enjoyed playing Splitgate 2, and they finally got aiming. Okay, I was thinking about getting this game because it is cheap right now on Amazon. Huh. Good to know. Thanks, noob. All right, Big Jim. I think this is just a big build to a multi-man match at SummerSlam. You're looking at 2 nights at SummerSlam again, and I think you're looking at Jacob Fatu, Big Jim. They might even stick Sammy in here. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think that's what it is. Solo Sikoa is retaining. Saturday night's main event. There's so much WWE content that Saturday night's main event used to be just kind of like out of nowhere every quarter. Used to be really fun to watch on Saturday night. And now so much content. Are we just getting exhausted? Anyways, 1 of 4 matches tomorrow. Solo Sikoa's got to show dominance with his group, as we'll see in a multi-man match later tonight. Next up, we saw the build with Jelly Roll. He'll be in the corner of the Viper, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. He really needs a win. Maybe that's the thing here. No one wins tomorrow night. I'll just say my pick is Logan Paul helps and interferes, gets revenge from tonight, and just sets up SummerSlam a few weeks down the road. Because we got to start setting up SummerSlam. But you got these 3 events this weekend. So you got to get these kind of out of the way. We already have John Cena versus Cody Rhodes 2 advertised. They did that. They started doing that last week. So after tomorrow night, we'll get that tag match in, the celebrity tag match at SummerSlam. Probably going to be about 5 or 6 matches again on each night. But that's what my prediction is for tomorrow night. Decent match. Jelly Roll tries to interfere. Logan Paul interferes. And it's just chaos leading into SummerSlam. Speaking of SummerSlam, WWE's been putting out their top 25 SummerSlam matches of all time. When they were all done, I'll put out a video for that, just like I did for the 50 WrestleMania moments. But at any point, while we're streaming, if you want to mention any of those matches and think they're great matches, or you think they're bullshit to be on the countdown, let us know. Aleister Black out right now. Damian Priest calming down Aleister Black again. Aleister Black, a mediator. All right, Damian Priest telling him it's over. It is over. And I love how R-Truth just walked out. Ron Killings. Uh-oh. You're going to get a black mask. There we go. Here's the SummerSlam build. We have a heel Aleister Black. Him versus Damian Priest could be one hell of a match at SummerSlam. Next Friday, I think we're going to get some SummerSlam matches announced. Now, all right. It's a SummerSlam match right there. Next up on Saturday Night Main Event, it is LA Knight versus Seth freaking Rollins. Seth has the Money in the Bank contract. I don't think he needs the win here. I think LA Knight sneaks a victory, kind of maybe how R-Truth that Ron Killings did tonight, and then he gets the beatdown. So Seth can still look strong. I like that they're already teasing Braun Breaker breaking away from him. It's Mr. All Power. I gotta watch which arm I put up because one of them has a hole in it. I'm so poor, I can't afford shirts. Hope you're having a good weekend, Mr. All Power. All right, that's my pick. We got the women out right now. Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton. One match left. Goldberg versus Gunther. Do you think they honestly put the strap back on Goldberg and have him carry it and then lose it in a match at SummerSlam? I wouldn't like this. Hey, awesome. Supercard of Honor is on and you're enjoying it and the stage looks good too. That's awesome, Mr. All Power. Let us know if there's anything cool happening or let us know updates on who's winning and any other cool stuff. That's pretty cool. So much wrestling going on. Thoughts on Goldberg? Do you want him to retire? Him retiring in Atlanta would be cool because he get a good send-off. Also, him taking the belt will be a huge pop. And if they want to stick it to AEW and have like people talk about something in wrestling tomorrow, this is where you have Goldberg win. That's my thought on this. I think Goldberg might actually win. That's my prediction. Goldberg's taking the belt from Gunther. I hope something happens that it's like bullshit, but that's the Saturday night's main event predictions. We'll talk Evolution in just a bit here. As Mr. All Power enjoys Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. I don't know who's the heel in this. That's kind of funny. I've seen the VHS tapes. There you go, Trish. Doing a little back and forth here. Something to look at too. This was released. The wrestlers who have the most abuse against them, most negativity put against them on social media. You can see it right here. Charlotte Flair, number 1, Nia, Mercedes, Saraya, Tegan. Top 5 are women. All right, here comes Naomi to the ring. Just check this list out here. It's very hit or miss, and then certain people have certain reasons. Obviously, Jericho's mostly political and maybe body shaming. But this is negativity thrown towards people online. This is the list. If you got any thoughts about this, there we go. But this is just something that's very interesting online. As Jade Cargill attacks Naomi to build towards their Evolution match, and we'll get into Evolution predictions in just 2 seconds. I know. You want to know what's even more petty, Mr. All Power? Heatwave is going against the next AEW show. Just that's the latest thing. Heatwave, whatever the next AEW show is. I forgot what it is already. Oh, Forbidden Door. Heatwave is going against Forbidden Door. Should do one that shows who gets the most love too. I agree with that because we are positive, baby. And I just want to say, I am very positive about Superman. I thought it was a very good movie, but I have my reasons for it being a 7.5 and being kind of annoyed with it. I don't think James Gunn 100% nailed the epicness of Superman. But he did do a lot of stuff that was a lot better than Man of Steel, and Superman and Lois, so good together. A lot of great casting. Hawkgirl, they should have honestly, they did no justice to Hawkgirl. They should have taken her out of the movie, in my opinion. Just my thought. You're going to go see Superman this weekend? Let us know what you think of it. Knocking our reviews up here. We had a great time watching it. It is a good movie. If you need something to go watch, to take yourself away for a couple hours, it is good. It is a fun ride. It is very comic booky. That's a good thing and a bad thing. But good movie overall. Very, very satisfied with it, I'll say. All right, we're going to talk Evolution in just 2 seconds here as we get to the main event. 2 mad black women are going to destroy each other. They should be in the next Tyler Perry movie. Is that coming to Netflix? Medea's like Vacation or something. There's a sign on Sunset for it. Tyler Perry runs BET. Forbidden Door is doing really well so far. That's going to sell out, I think. After watching the movie, would you watch a Mr. Terrific or Jimmy Olsen spinoff? I'm going to say no, because both of them were so well done in the movie. They were. Both of them were really well done. I think if you put them in their own series, you're going to dilute them. There's a reason side characters are so good in movies and TV and stuff, because you get the bits and pieces of them. I'll say no to that. Lanterns, I think, will work because there's multiple lanterns, and it'll be good. I say no. You just include them in other projects. Charlotte Flair got the most abuse because a lot of people hated when she beat Asuka at WrestleMania 35. I 100% agree with that. I think Mercedes gets a ton more abuse than she deserves. Obviously, pretty much everyone on here does to a degree. But the two that are most, in my opinion, that make sense, that I would say probably get the most love to, CM Punk and Jericho. Everyone else on here, I think, it's just people either are really weird and gross people, or they're just biased towards another company. 3 shows going against All In. 3 shows. There's a CMLL show on tonight too. Tatilla, how you doing? Are you having a good week? Hope you're having a good week, Tatilla. I saw you're going to San Diego. You're going to War Games. Not gonna talking about it. We'll keep you posted. I hope DC doesn't trip on their feet this time and do a Superman sequel before the team up. Yes, sorry, I'm reading too fast, I think. Do a Superman sequel before the team up. I agree with that 100%. Oh, also my one thought on Superman that just kind of like brought me to a different thing. This movie felt like this was part 2. That was another thing. It was just so comic book heavy and so much stuff in there for, comic book nerds, which I enjoyed. I love picking stuff apart and seeing some cool stuff. This felt more like a part 2 than the part 1. But again, Clark and Lois, Superman and Lois work so damn well in this movie. Lex, he's okay. He starts off great and then he becomes a little whiny. But Nicholas Hoult is really good. You know what else is really good? You know what else is just really good? Women's wrestling. That's right, Evolution. Predictions are coming up right now as we get to the main event on SmackDown. Evolution 2. Now, a lot can be said about this. Rushed. Put up just to go and counter act with AEW pay-per-views, their biggest weekend. Can be said this was just done, so people stop asking for an Evolution 2. It's a lot of different things people can say about this. But the one thing I will say about it is I'm happy for it, and I'm looking forward to this one second most this weekend. So get your predictions in. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Let me know which legends you think are going to show up. Rumor is, or in the new video package, you have AJ Lee, Lita, Jazz. Who knows who can show up, but let's just enjoy the show as celebrating women, because the women who are going to put on these matches are putting on these matches because they love to do what they do and they're damn good at it. So let's just enjoy that factor of it. It's a great weekend for wrestling. Phantom X. Superman better than Jurassic World. I'll take that. Okay. What was your rating on Superman? 9 out of 10, Phantom says. Okay. If you watch our review, Phantom, I gave it a 7.5, Not gave it an 8. So I think we're kind of around the same page. Very enjoyable. Again, if you're looking for a good summer movie, go see Superman. All right, your predictions. We just saw them in the ring. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. It's the age range, which is almost the big story here that they're playing up, which is fine because it's legend versus the new generation. It's always a good story. It's kind of the story of Gunther and Goldberg. I'm excited for this match because Trish Stratus always delivers. Being away from action as long as she is, she always comes back, looks great in the ring, does great stuff. So Tiffany Stratton's retaining in this. I don't think we need to like bullshit ourselves. If a big title change was going to happen, I would like this, but it's just I think Trish Stratus has enough going on outside WWE where this is more just like something to do. Tiffany Stratton, Noob says, is winning. And Jurassic World Reject. I'm going to put my Peacock to work on that one. I'm going to save some money and check that out on the Tiffany wins again. Yes, Phantom. The new guy playing Superman was generally believable, but not perfect like the balance. So are you saying the Clark Superman balance, or are you saying Because he did also get a little bit whiny towards the end too. Was that the balance, Phantom? Trish never wins the championship anymore. It would be a very, very interesting thing if Trish won it. I feel like you set me up a lot of times, Mr. All Power. And as a comedian in LA, I want to take the bait. But I don't know if I should. See what I'm saying? But I appreciate the setups. I'm a big fan of T-Ball. All right, the Battle Royal. The winner gets a match at Clash in Paris, France. This is interesting. It's not. We already have who's going to get a match at SummerSlam because of the Queen of the Ring. That is Jade Cargill. And we also have Naomi with Money in the Bank, which we'll get to. But now we have a title defense at Clash in Paris, setting that up. So many events in WWE. Take a month off. Take a vacation. Take a breather. Take some sick days. Who do you think is going to win the Battle Royal presented entirely by Maybelline? Maybe it's Nikki Bella. Maybe it's Maybelline. That's my pick, is Nikki Bella. I do believe Nikki Bella is going to win this, and she's talking about going on a little lengthy of a run. I think this is what she's referring to. This will kind of make up for whatever the storyline with Liv was going to be. I'm going to be my second time experience War Games. Oh, man, you saw TakeOver War Games, too. That's cool, Datilla. War Games. I'm so glad they brought that back. They were rumored that they weren't going to. I was heartbroken. Stephanie Verker is winning the Battle Royal match. Ooh, that's a good pick, noob. A random Battle Royal when AEW is doing the Casino Gauntlet. I do believe this one was set up first, though. I think this was set up the week before. I could be wrong. I'd love to watch War Games in person. Hey, Phantom, let's all go to San Diego. We'll party. We'll get a big old bar tab going. Phantom says Nikki Bella. Oh, this is the surprise out of nowhere who will then go to Clash at the Castle. Saraya or AJ Lee? These are good surprises. Can you imagine Saraya Paige coming back? She said she's got about, I don't know how much more to wrestle in her. Those are good picks. I was surprised by how inexpensive tickets were, to be honest. I added the souvenir ticket and the chair. You're sitting very close, and if you get a chair, right? Tickets were surprisingly very good. Affordable, on the floor in the second level. We're just talking a couple $100. So that's pretty good compared to the $700-800 that the last ones were. All right, next up at Evolution. This match I'm looking forward to. I like this feud, and I think this feud is going to go into SummerSlam. Maybe the Iconics inspiration. That is true. You got the partnership with TNA. No, I'm sitting in the Premier Club seat. Oh, you could add on the John. Gross. Oh, I would turn that chair into a toilet seat. The John Cena farewell tour chair. Oh, Datilla. Hope you kept the receipt. Get a refund. I'll take a Gilbert chair over that. Oh, Datilla. Shame. Oh, I don't want to say a spoiler for Superman, but he's in it. Jade wins, but Naomi goes even crazier and beats her up after the match. I think that's it. That's the prediction I was going to say, too. Jade needs the win to look strong going into SummerSlam. Naomi is the one to just make a memorable moment out of the match. Boo, 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 John Cena. That's right. Good job, Datilla. I'm glad you're on board now. Boo, John Cena. He's an evil man. We have like 15 dates left with him, which is... It's too many dates, in my opinion. Good on you. Cena is a treasure. Let's bury him in sand. Good call, Phantom X. We say treasure, so what we type can't be traced by Dateline. That's very smart of you. It's very smart. We'll bury him in sand. I love it. So smart, Phantom. As evidence of what we saw earlier, I pretty much believe Jade Cargill is winning unless Bianca Belair shows up to screw Jade Cargill. So, did you see the Evolution shop? I didn't get a picture of it. The Evolution shop has a picture like this, and these two women are spread out just enough, and Bianca Belair is in the middle of it. That's the shirt that they're selling. I thought that they were going to have Bianca come out and be added to the match tonight based on what is being shown at the shop. So, Bianca could come out during the match. Good call. Jade No Carbs Gill. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, I think we're agreeing Jade's going to win. I am. Thank you, Datilla. Zach's missing. He's gone. Can you imagine? Once he's gone, it just hits me that I needed him so much. I just sit in the corner of my room with like a bottle of vodka, crying to like a Tori Amos album. Phantom, yeah, okay. I miss the big three. So do I. I wish that they would just kind of reform. Like all of them just go through something leading up to WrestleMania that they all just become big badasses. I love the big three too. All right, we're all in agreement there. Money in the Bank people do not need the win. Seth, tomorrow night. Naomi on Sunday. All right, we're all smart. We know what's going on. We know how to book. This is the one, the women's tag team match, 4 representatives of different shows, all vying for Rodriguez and Liv Morgan's substitute. I do believe Liv Morgan's substitution is the storyline here, as we had her eulogy on Raw. I think her losing the titles is going to come around when Liv is going to come back. So I think they're retaining. I do believe no one's going to win the belts here, and this is just a good show out for all the women, and maybe sets up a feud either between Kairi Sane and Asuka, Ruca and Zarya, or Charlotte and Alexa. Because look at this. All these teams can have friction to lead into feuds going into SummerSlam. That's, I think, the big payoff of this match. Charlotte and Asuka with the win. Roxanne, Perez. Datilla's disappointed that the inspiration wasn't involved in the women's tag match. They are freshly back, though, Datilla. They are freshly back. And maybe they come out. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I'd integrate them in this, but they are freshly back to TNA. But that is a good point. If you're going to do all the stuff with TNA and have title versus title with the women, which I don't think TNA should have agreed to that. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, adding the TNA team would have been great. LA Knight, yeah. All right, this should be a fun match, so I'm interested in it. I'm surprised not one more match was added, but it's still a good amount of matches. This is the match. This is why I thought when we did our Great American Bash predictions, why I thought JC Jane and her group were going to win, because then this is where Jordynne Grace would take the title off of her. I have nothing against JC Jane. I just think they want the Juggernaut on the main roster by the time they do the draft. So now you can put the belt on her. I know the NXT Women's Championship sometimes gets hot-potatoed, and I know sometimes the men does too, but I like JC Jane. It's just, I think there's more of a story putting it on Jordynne Grace and then doing something with Blake Monroe. Roxanne, Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez winning, and I get the feeling that Asuka is turning on Kairi Sane to tie in on the damage control match. That's good. I will take those two. They had a great package for Kairi Sane on Monday Night Raw. Those two in a SummerSlam match. I'll take that. I like that. Whose game is this? Wade Barrett yells. We have 4 minutes left. I hope you're having a good Friday night so far. I'm having a blast. Thank you for joining me again. The Women's Intercontinental Championship match, I gotta say, man, they're building towards, I think, Bayley versus Becky at SummerSlam. That's the big match. Do you need the title for that? Not necessarily. You could put it back on Lyra, so then she could have a title match on one of the nights at WrestleMania, and Bayley and Becky could just have a good old grudge match. I see Becky Lynch retaining, though. I think that's going to be the big move here. Mr. All Power, I will check out Supercard of Honor stuff after this. Thank you for the recommendations, and let us know so far what's match of the night. Nick Wayne is wrestling now. Really good match. Not the biggest Nick Wayne fan, but I might check it out. JC Jane is winning because JC is going to face Masha next week. Oh, that's true. It is belt versus belt. And I can't see Jordan Grace losing or taking the TNA championship back. That's a good point, Noob. I totally forgot about that. Bayley should win because she didn't get her Mania moment. Oh, I agree to that too. Oh, man, y'all give great points. Becky for the win. Lyra is winning. Paul Heyman out and on the phone. All right, that leaves one match left. This is going to main event so far, just to what I understand. It is Io Sky versus Rhea Bloody Ripley. I haven't gotten enough Io as champion yet. Oh, another roll-up. That's the second roll-up tonight. Big Jim just rolled up solo and won it. I'm pretty sure they're going to put the belt on Rhea because you want that big draw at SummerSlam. But I think I would keep it on Io and have someone else take it off of her at SummerSlam. My booking. So that's what I'm going to pick. Io Sky for retaining. And you get some kind of feud for Rhea. BFT on Solo. My whole thing about that is you have the draft coming up after SummerSlam in September because it's going to start off the new season of TV shows on USA and Netflix. So I would say you do something fresh with Rhea. What are your thoughts on this? This is one I'm mind boggled by. Here we go. Faction warfare. Just people getting annihilated left and right. I have a feeling this is the war games we're building up to, Datilla. Big Jim just say screw him, he did. He did. He said screw it. I'll help you guys this much, and I gotta go. No yeet. All right, that's the last match for Evolution as security gets involved at the end of SmackDown here. I'm excited for Revolution. What show are you most excited for? Again, if you check out the poll, there's about 300 of you that voted right now. AEW All In is leading the pack. Like 50%. Rhea's going to win because she's never beaten. That's a good point. Io Sky because WWE's teasing a match between Asuka and Io Sky. That's a good point. Oh, man. Maybe a three-way with Kairi Sane. That'd be kind of cool at SummerSlam. And that way you get more women on the card. Good picks, everyone. Those are really good picks. Again, the only real big question, too, is Gunther versus Goldberg. Who is going to win this match? Will they have Goldberg go into SummerSlam as champion to have his final match? Big Atlanta crowd cheering him. That's going to be your big social media thing. Goldberg winning the title at his age was supposed to be his retirement match. That's going to be what they counteract AEW with. That is my 100% almost guarantee what is going to happen tomorrow. I think WWE is going to be petty with it, and they're going to have, unfortunately, Gunther drop the title to Goldberg just so they can get the social media and the wrestling buzz on them. Phantom wants Io versus Asuka versus Kairi. No, I'm not watching. You know you should watch, everyone. I watched it this weekend, and Knock talked about it a lot. Sinners. Sinners is on Max. I watched that last Saturday night. Holy shit, did I love that movie. I love that movie. I loved Sinners. I was a big fan of Sinners. Man, what else did I watch last night? I watched a really, really crappy horror movie on Hulu last night. I think it was with Lucy Hale. It was MFK, I think it's called. Mary F. Killer. I can't say certain words on YouTube. So that's what it was. So just stick to AEW. TKO have Gunther lose to Jay and Gunther in the same year. That's what I'm saying. That's the madness. That's the madness, yeah, of TKO and WWE. They're going to try to pounce the competition social media-wise, which is so trash. I don't listen to the internet. I'm Triple H, the game. I don't listen to the internet, but I'm going to do this so the internet talks about WWE and not All In. There is no plot. There is no plot. You want to know what the Great American Bash card is? This is it. You know what the big thing is, too, that gets me about the Great American Bash card? There's a contract signing. It's not terrible, but there's a contract signing. Does that not say something about your pay-per-view? This should have happened on Tuesday night. There's a contract signing. It's not a bad card, but this isn't what you want to like. You want to feed your youngins to the sharks. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to watch All In? I'm not going to watch it live. I'm not going to be able to watch it live. But I'm going to start to watch it. Are you watching it? Are you paying for it? I'm against the pay-per-view model now. I'm old, but I'm at least that modern aged. Decent card. I'm sure there's going to be more added to 0 Hour. But according to the poll online, y'all in on AEW's All In weekend, over like 57% of you saying this is the one you're looking forward to most this weekend. This is one I'm looking forward to most. It's just a big event. It's a huge event. It's a big wrestling event. I'm going to check out some Supercard of Honor. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, that it's that good of a show tonight, Mr. All Power. And tonight, SmackDown was good. It was a lot of build, and we're building towards 3 big events this weekend for WWE and SummerSlam, obviously. So a lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling. Superman is out. Man, this feels like summer. This is good. All right. That is going to be it for me. I'm going to call it a night. I got to catch up on some stuff. I'm going to watch some Supercard of Honor stuff for a little bit, watch some trash TV, find a trashy horror movie to watch, and then get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's such a big wrestling day. All In, Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event, and then Evolution on Sunday. Good stuff. There's going to be great matches. There's going to be some good storylines going on. There's going to be some stuff that's obviously just thrown in there, and some surprises like Goldberg winning, like I'm guaranteeing, just to get the social media attention. I don't see any other point for that. I don't. Wouldn't that not piss off your locker room to have Goldberg come back and have a 1 month long retirement tour? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know where the plot is, but that is it. All right. That is it for me. Thank you for joining West Coast Podcast. Check out Knocking on a Superman review. Check out our All In and Supercard of Honor predictions. That's on the channel. We did that Wednesday together. We're so hyped up for this weekend. I hope you are too. Enjoy wrestling. Don't be gross like people online and just hate on mostly women. Just don't. Leave people be. All right. That is it. My name is Zach for West Coast Pop. Thanks again for joining me on a Friday night. Have a great weekend. And most importantly, be excellent to each other. Take care, everyone.